Before we talk about this new series, Diana, with Diana Rigg, I think it's only fitting and proper that I should say best wishes.
Thank you.
Because you are a recent bride.
Yes.
And
2 weeks.
who is your husband?
My husband is an Israeli, and his name is Menachem Geffen, which I don't expect people to be able to pronounce first time around because it took me some time to learn too.
Menachem
Menachem Geffen.
Geffen.
Yes.
Menachem Geffen.
Yes.
Yes. And how did you meet him?
I met him at a party in London.
Recently, or does it go
about
back?
5 months ago. Yes, it was very, very quick.
Kind of an instantaneous thing, was it,
It was
Diana?
more or less, yes. I've managed to... I remained single all these years, and I think when it happens, at my age, it happens fast.
Yes. What was it about him that just turned you on so instantly?
I think his honesty more than anything else.
Is he in the business?
No, which is possibly why he's so honest.
What does he do?
He's a painter,
Oh.
yes.
What does he do?
Figurative work, yes. He's very good, marvelous.
Has he done anything of you yet?
No, I'm a bit shy of that. I tell you why, because it means he would be looking at me objectively, and I don't know if I like that very much. Do you know what I mean? As
Yes,
a sitter.
Yes. And I would think that would be impossible, but you know, the results of his trying to do that might be interesting.
They may
Diana.
be, yes.
Yes. What is the storyline of your new series, Diana?
Oh, it's marvelous. It's the story of an English girl, a divorcee, who comes to New York to start life afresh in New York, finding new jobs and new friends and everything. So that way we can incorporate my Englishness, surrounded by a lot of marvelous American actors and actresses, and the problems of a single girl in a city.
But it is basically a situation comedy. Isn't
Yes, of course, yes.
And who are some of the people that are involved with you to
Well,
add the humor?
Yes, I've asked, when we were working on this program, I asked Leonard Stern, who's the creator and originator of it, to be surrounded by the American character comedy actors and actresses, you know, because you have absolutely marvelous ones here. And it's something which is specifically American, and I wanted to learn from them, and I wanted to be surrounded by them, you know. So we have a cast of maybe 6 or 8 people, all of whom are masters of their job. Barbara Barry, who made a great success in Company, the musical, and we've got David Shiner, and we've got Carol Androsky, who plays my friend in the program, and Richard Schaal, and Robert Moore. And a big dog.
Oh, what is the dog like?
Well, the dog is a Great Dane called Gulliver, and he takes up the entire set. And generally, when we're shooting, he just lies there in pants because it's so hot.
In the series, is he your dog?
Yeah, no, not really. I have to take care of him. That's all.
I see. Are you fond of dogs?
I love them.
You have one in real life?
Unfortunately, I had one in England, but then the idea of coming to America for 6 months, and I had to find a home for him because it's simply not fair. He was my dog, and if I was only going to see him for 6 months of the year, you know, you can't treat animals this way. So I gave him away to a family with 5 children. So he's well looked after.
Yeah, at least he isn't lonely.
He's never lonely, and he's well walked, you know.
Diana, I suppose that critics inevitably will want to draw some kind of comparison between Emma Peel and Diana. And what do you suppose they're going to say, or what do you anticipate will come out of that?
Out of the series, you mean?
Out of their wanting to compare the two.
Well, I've always fought against categorization in my life because I think it limits people dreadfully. I mean, if I were to just speak to you as an interviewer instead of as a sort of woman and as a warm person, then I don't think there'd be much communication between us. So, all right, if people want to categorize me as Emma Peel, regardless of the fact that for several years before that I did a lot of work in the theatre and a lot of other work in television, then it seems to me that they're limiting themselves rather than me. I know that I exist in many forms. I mean, I Emma Peel or Diana Smythe as I am in the series, or Lady Macbeth that I've done. All these things I personally exist in. If they don't wish to see that, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's a very sensible way of looking at it. You got out of the Avengers at the very height and peak of your success. Have you ever regretted that?
No, not at all. I got out for the very good reason that I didn't think I could improve anymore. That doesn't mean to say I was complacent, but just that it wouldn't get any better. I wouldn't get any better at it, and I didn't want to stick around and get worse, so I left.
Was it boredom exactly? Or?
No, it's the fact that you're playing a sort of one-dimensional character. And this is the marvelous thing about the series that I'm doing at the moment. It needn't be one-dimensional. She can be multi-dimensional because it's woman as opposed to cipher. Do you know what I mean by that?
Well, anyway, we're looking forward to it, and there's been tremendous interest in the series, so I hope it's a big, big hit for you.
Thank you very much.
And maybe we'll see you here next year.
Yes, I hope so.
Thank you, Diana.